Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Listen, the days and times that we're living in right now are scary and uncertain and frustrating, and I understand. I so get it. A lot of us are worried about employment. Some of us may already be unemployed. Some of us are worrying about how we're going to pay bills. Some of us are thinking about school for our kids. Are they going to go back to school? Are we going to do virtual? Um, and a lot of us are looking for leadership and guidance in our country and maybe in our jobs. And it's just not there, or there's conflicting information and we don't know which way to go. So I'm coming to you today as leaders to say we need to get back to the basics. With COVID running rampant in our country and in our world, with unemployment skyrocketing and going up and down, with the lack of leadership on all levels that seems or appears to be lacking, I need to talk to you guys about going back to the basics. For all of you who have teams that you're leading, whether it's a division, department, a company at large, whatever, we need to go back to the basics. We have to understand that amidst a crisis, leadership is so valuable and important. People need guidance. People need something that they can go to and trust. And we need to be that leader that they can depend on. So I'm going to start a 4-part series starting next week. And it's based off my book that I wrote, Chad's Playbook to Effective Leadership. And it talks about my coined phrase, the STAR methodology, STAR. All right. Each letter represents something in the leadership's basic toolbox that we need to get back to. And I'm going to start that next week. But I can't start that series without prefacing it with talking about vision. Because before we can get into the toolbox and use these certain tools to be an effective leader in the midst of a crisis, we need to understand and have a vision. Okay? Again, there's a lot going on that's stressing the brain and the body. So as leaders, we need to be able to address the brain and the body when it comes to the people that we're leading. So again, today's topic is talking about vision. We need to have a vision. All right, so with all the chaos that's going on, we need to get some kind of calmness, some kind of standard, if you will. And in order to do that, we need to have a vision of where we see our department or team going, what the end result is. How do you see your team 10, 18, 24 months from now? Because of all that's going on, how do we shift? What does that look like? How do you see us 2 to 3 years from now? Because the thing is, there is no such thing as normal. We have a new normal. What does the new normal look like in your team or your department? Are there some things that you're going to have to change? Because look, a lot of us now are working remotely. We're not in the office anymore. So we've already had to address that. Learning how to manage your team remotely and keep them engaged and keep them productive, right? But as a leader, you have to have a vision of how you see your team 2 to 3 years from now. How do you see productivity? What does that look like for you? What does that look like for your team? And then you have to look at, as far as vision, am I the leader I need to be for the team now? And what kind of leader will I need to be 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, 24 months from now? These are things that you have to think about. Because now, once you come up with that vision, you now have to corral the troops, right? You've got to huddle everybody up and say, listen, I know we're going through some scary times right now. And it's some tough times. But we will get ahead. And here's how we're going to do it. Here's my vision for us or for the team in the next 6 months to a year, or however long you want to do it. And you go into your vision and you explain to them what you see, and not only what you see in the future or what's coming, but how you plan to get there. That's really important because, and you'll probably hear this next week in my video, but Leadership 101 is getting everyone on the same page, right? Creating the vision, and then you have to cast the vision, meaning you have to explain it to a point where it crystallizes in everyone's mind what you're saying so that they can see it just as clear as you can. Now, the second part is, how do we get there? Now you break down, okay, here's what we need to do now to get there. No longer are we doing A, B, and C. We now are doing this, or we now have to do it this way. Because these are different days and times that we're living in. So we have to adapt. Okay? You've got to have a vision. A vision is so essential to effective leadership. It's the anchor that holds your leadership and gives your leadership meaning and value. Okay? So we can't move forward with leading until we have a vision. So today, whatever it is that you're going through, okay, you have to address this as a leader. What is your vision for the team 6 months from now, a year from now, or however long you want to look at it? And then, what is it going to take to accomplish that vision or to make that vision a reality? And then number 3, what type of leader are you going to have to be in order to help bring that vision into existence? Those are the 3 things that you have to look at when it comes to vision. All right? So I'm a little bit off the cuff today. I apologize, but I think with the days and times that we're living in, it's very important, guys, that we get back to the basics. So when you have time today, sit back and think about, what is the vision now for the team? What is the vision? How are we going to get there? And how do I change as a leader to be the leader to get this vision off the ground and going? All right? Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch this video. And if you're watching it, I'm pretty sure you're getting something out of it. So please like, subscribe to the channel, and share the video with your friends as well. All right? And guys, always, if you need any help with leadership development, coaching, team building training, remote leadership training, diversity training, or team building, please let me know, guys. All right? We'll put together a plan to help you be the leader that people want to follow, that people love to follow, because you're confident, you're transparent, and you know where you're going, and you know how to get there. All right? Take care, guys. And remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?
Whether you're a new leader who needs the building blocks of leadership and how to be effective, or a seasoned leader who needs to understand that there are 2 sides to leadership, or a leader who just needs some inspiring insight or leadership seeds in order to enhance your leadership abilities, the CDV Consulting Group has the resources you need. There are 2 key elements successful leaders have that the unsuccessful ones don't: self-discipline and the understanding to constantly invest in themselves. So pick up a copy or the entire collection today and start investing in your leadership now. Available at Amazon.com. And remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?